So as you already know, the Sonic movie is coming out in literally a week. It's the 7th of February now. And we probably also know that they show the movie early to certain people, like critics and a few lucky fans of Sonic, like, some mothers and their kids, apparently. That's who they're showing it to. So some people have seen it early. I know a fellow Sonic tuber who's seen it early as well from Germany. And what you probably also know, and at least what these two critics don't know, is that there's an embargo on reviews. So those people that have seen it early are not allowed to share it until, at least until UK time, 13th February. But two rogues have gone and done it anyway. So if you go on the Sonic movie IMDb page, you can see that there's no official rating. This is where the regular rating will go. Like when regular people see the movie, this is where you would see the star rating. And as you can see down here, it says reviews to critic. You click on that, it takes you to these two critic reviews, which are both German. So we're just gonna quickly go through them. I checked like the bottom to see what the overall thoughts were. Let's just get into it. Let's start with the first one. So it's been translated, obviously Google Translate. So we're gonna just read through it and see what they're saying and come to some thoughts afterwards. So 2021, Sonic gets his first movie. In spite of the fact that 1991 was his year of birth, he played a boy in the film who was still a fist. That's some translation shit. His superpower remains. He's fast as the sound and elements from the games move in, like clearing obstacles through fast forward. Yeah, so the translation's a bit bad, but in addition to video games, Sonic has appeared in an animated series. And okay, stop telling us. We're not normies here. Give us the real shit. In comedy, Sonic is a young Stingler and still has a lot to learn. He should actually live on Earth as undetected as possible, but it is difficult for him to keep his feet still, both directly and figuratively. This brings the arch enemy out of the video games onto the scene. Dr. Ivor Robotnik hunts for Sonic. He gets help from a police officer on his turbulent escape. The rings, familiar from the games which Sonic uses to jump from one world to another, also play a role. The erratic action turns the chase into a turbulent comedy. Sonic is the classic adolescent offers children an identification figure. He likes to do what he shouldn't do. Instead of sitting in the car, he gets out and goes to a rock bar. What follows is predictable. The Hedgehog is supported by policeman Tom, who dreams of a career in the city because he finally wants to save a life. He is the friendly man next door and married to the equally nice veterinarian Maddie, which is Tika Sumter, by the way. The couple does not need any other character traits, and their relationship does not burden the plot. The plot relies on a light-footed, appropriate presentation. It's a shame that Sonic's superpowers primarily use running, even though he has more tricks in the video games. Sonic the Hedgehog is therefore less a game adaptation than a very classic comedy, which is something I said. It lacks a bit of expansion. Some more interaction between the people is conceivable. So that means there should have been more interaction, I guess, that they didn't do. James Marsden and Tika Sumter also act a little too interchangeably. It's not clear what Jim Carrey wants to convey in his role as a scientist. The actor pawns and offers physical comedy. He has an assistant at his side whom he can drive, who is still loyal to him and who has served his favorite coffee. Oh yeah, the guy from the trailer. Robotnik's predilection for technology creates a connection to the present by using drones. Smartphones are also considered in the film. Maybe bad translation, they're used. Small gestures like the one Sonic gets his distinctive red shoes for can be a pleasure. The humor is also lightly staged based on many sillinesses and tried and tested jokes, which he can drive and which is still loyal to him and has served his favorite coffee. Conclusion. The comedy makes limited use of the peculiarities of the Blue Hero, and it's a shame that the concept is conventional. In the end, Sonic becomes part of a family, and friendship triumphs over technology. Rating, 50%. So, yeah, that's 5 out of 10, basically. As expected. I didn't really expect higher than that, or I expected around 5 to 6, if they're lucky, maybe some 4s in there. So 50% is pretty expected for a kids movie. Alright, so this is the second review, and this one is on a star-based system, so they're giving it a 3 out of 5, which is, I guess, better than a 2, right? Sonic is based off eponymous video game series. With Sonic the Hedgehog director Jeff Fowler succeeds in a content-wise dramaturgically unsurprising. That's some weird translation. but extremely fast-paced animation adventure around the popular Sega flagship. The story of the friendship between an animated main character and his human, fatherly friend James Marsden is far from new, but Sonic the Hedgehog focuses more on the slapstick-like humor and the Wild Ones Anyway chases. The latter is an obvious choice. After all, Sonic's somewhat unnerving, the dubbing voice of YouTuber Julian Bear. Obviously, it's dubbed. It's the German reviews, so the voice opinions are not going to apply to the English viewers. Is the biggest asset in terms of speed. The highlights in the film include a fast-paced hunt around the world. He roars around the Great Wall of China or past the Eiffel Tower, for example, as well as a funny brawl scene in a bar in which Sonic also makes use of his speed, but the chases are sweaty and enjoyable even in mobile stands, especially for a young audience. They highlighted that. The best example, a spectacular hunt over the highway. Radical Highway? Brimming with creative ideas and a technology freak Dr. Robotnik uses many a bizarre weapon and crazy gadget. In general, Jim Carrey's Hollywood's once highest paid comedy actor still knows something about grimacing. His portrayal is deliberately exaggerated and lives from a grand exaggeration. It's a pity that the film practically does not refer to Sonic's history as a cult video game character from the beginnings of home video consoles. The work is never nostalgic, it doesn't want to be that at all. One or the other illusion and reminiscence of characters and levels of the legendary games would still have been desirable. So I guess they're saying they wanted more callbacks, even if the film is located in our times or modern world. Conclusion, a contemporary, extremely fast-paced implementation of the story about the popular Sega mascot, tailored to a very young audience, which largely ignores the glorious past as a classic video game. So, I mean, this is not really surprising. I said this before on Twitter, but I basically said that you could just, change Robotnik's name to something else and change Sonic to some other random anthro character that is not Sonic, and they could have made a whole new movie that had nothing to do with Sonic. There's not enough references to Sonic. One Sonic character that's anthro, and then you got Robotnik, who could be some other evil villain, essentially. I guess that's what they were going for, because they're trying to get the casual market. If they make it too faithful to the games, then people will feel alienated and not go and watch. So I'm not surprised by that. And based off the reviews, it seemed like the humor is more child-friendly, which I also expected. The 2010 Bones, this is going to be their nostalgia. This is going to be like what Spy Kids was for me, what Stuart Little was for me. The Incredibles. Okay, The Incredibles was actually genuinely amazing. Like, it's not like Spy Kids where you watch it as an adult and you're like, oh, fuck, I used to love this. Like Spy Kids 3D. Oh, shit. Oh, my God. You couldn't have told me there was a better movie than Spy Kids 3D when I was a kid. Like, with the 3D glasses and shit. But the point is, the younger viewers are going to love this. This is going to be their nostalgia. For us, older viewers, we'll probably still enjoy it because we're Sonic fans. But don't go in expecting, a masterpiece. That's all they're saying, according to these reviews. When the embargo lifts on the 13th, I might do a second video because there'll be more reviews, probably some English ones as well, and we can get a better idea. But for now, one gave it 50%, the other gave it 60%, so it's looking like a 55%, a 5.5 out of 10 from these two critics combined. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these reviews. Let me know, I don't know what else you should let me know, actually. Subscribe to my main channel if you like content that is not Sonic related and you like hearing my voice. Then yeah, please do that. Thanks you guys for watching. It's been real. Remy out.